Oh,
So first of all, I'm Rowan. This is Stefan. He's Swish. We were your casters for your two games.
well,
Really
thank
well
you very
played.
much for doing that.
No, it's
That's no
cool.
problem.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
How do you feel those two games went? We have our own opinions, but yeah, let's hear yours.
I think the games went okay for us. We were planning the lineups. We were just trying to. If you notice, we played a lot of support heroes and not a lot of carry ones.
No, we noticed
Yeah.
that we
I
like the
was.
entire bottom tri lane for your second game was effectively supports.
Yeah. It really
Yes.
threw me off when you went Lena for your last pick.
Yep.
I really thought you were going to pick a harder carry, like Faceless, because Faceless and Witch Doctor, I was saying on the cast, goes very well
Um.
together.
Or when I saw Lena, I thought she was going to go mid, and I thought you were going to Beastmaster off lane and treat Axe as a kind of like a tri lane carry.
Yes. Yes.
But no,
That
honestly,
is
yeah, no,
that is actually correct. What you were thinking, but I thought that it would be more
that's far
decisive.
too mainstream, far too.
But I called
Yes.
Beastmaster mid. I called it,
I
and
didn't
it
believe him.
worked.
I didn't believe him. I was wrong. He was
Well,
right. But
uh,
honestly, really solid picks, solid games as well. Well played.
Yeah.
I take my
thank you
Amazing
very
team.
much.
hats off to you.
I think the game plan was that we have to take the games early, and we didn't really want to go late game.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of refreshing for us because
You definitely did
we
that.
we put in a 4.5 hour slog earlier this
Oh,
morning.
This morning,
yeah.
about 3 hours sleep.
Well, basically, the gameplay was that we noticed that they loved Joe Ranger
Yeah, no,
and harder
no,
carries,
that's it.
so we wanted to attack them while she was still farming. And the last pick on Lena, instead of getting hard carry, was basically for the burst damage,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we just wanted the
Yeah, I
Laguna
mean,
Blade, and that's it.
so many times that Laguna Blade just killed Drow, killed Venge, killed everyone.
Yeah, because they're
Exactly.
so squishy. They're so squishy early game.
And I
Because you
mean,
got
That is
Vengeful.
Looking at their picks,
Drow.
they had Bane. Yeah, like you said, Vengeful, Drow, Bane, Razor. I can't remember the last pick off the top of my head.
they
Uh,
have
Gyro.
Gyro, yeah, and
Gyrocopter.
none of those heroes are strength.
True.
None of them are
That was
durable.
what I noticed. So we picked Beastmaster and Axe just to make sure that we have somebody that's
Mhm.
gonna tank up all those damage.
And do you play mid lane like as a dedicated lane, or are you kind of more versatile? Do you play around the map?
I'm pretty much versatile, but I prefer mid. I
Yeah.
would love to go support anytime.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
it's so satisfying. Like, because when you're playing support, you're basically making your carries. I'm not sure if you've heard the song "You Raise Me Up."
Yes, that
You're,
is
you're
that is so correct.
But yeah, it's so nice playing support sometimes. So come on, let's just hear some of your favorite heroes. Like, what's your favorite mid lane, and what would you say is your favorite support?
My favorite mid lane would have to be Master.
Really? I never would have guessed that, ever.
Yeah, I actually played a lot of Dota 1, and I love Beastmaster just because I play the mid role as a number 3,
Yeah,
and I don't want to be a carry because
yeah. No, we
Beastmaster.
noticed that with the mech pickup. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. I just want to get the roar quick, so I have to go solo and have my experience to myself and just go around and
yeah. We
gank.
noticed you're a bit oh, I think it was kind of late mid game. You solo roared on I think Drow or what,
For
Venge.
the kill, yeah, to
Yeah.
secure the
Well,
kill.
no, not that. When you solo
Alright.
roared, then they all came out as four, and then you thought,
Yes.
"Shit, run!" And then all, then all of a sudden, they kind of poured into your mid lane by your tower, and then I bet
Yes.
you were just kicking yourself, going, "I wish I had my raw."
I know. That was very unfortunate. We never had the ward coverage for that, so
Yeah, no, your wards were good though. We were
Yeah,
talking
they were
about
very good.
late game,
Very
just
good.
had complete map control, especially with the Veno wards as well. I mean,
Mm.
a lot
Yeah,
of the time,
very well placed, as well as your boar and your bird as well. They were
yeah.
placed around the map.
yes.
I mean, the utility of things like Veno wards is often kind of neglected. People sometimes forget that. What about support hero? Like, what would you say you enjoy as a support hero?
If it's hard to believe, but my um favorite
Don't say
support hero
Beastmaster.
is Crystal Maiden.
Oh no, fair enough. We've got respect for Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
Yep. I love playing Crystal Maiden just because
What do you think
you
about
know.
recent buff as well to ulti as well?
Well, I haven't
Mana
really
regen.
checked. I usually don't use Crystal Maiden ulti
Yeah.
because I just go Frostbite and Nova plus the
Yeah.
Aura to help the team.
Well, what's happened to our ulti is Actually, I'll bring up the golden days of Crystal Maiden in a second. But what's happened to our ulti is that there's a kind of an attack speed debuff or applied to our ulti where it used to be 20, but now
Oh,
I think it's around 50. So that's effectively you're taking away a hyperstone to every single hero within range,
That's like a Shiva's guard.
and slowing
But it's
their
better.
movement as well.
you're
Yeah.
slowing the movement. It's actually a significant buff to Crystal Maiden. People didn't think it would have as much of an impact, um, and that's why she's seeing some more picks recently.
Oh, yes. Well, that kind of looks like a Peevil without with the damage.
Yeah. No,
It's very nice.
I agree with that. But
That'd be a good counter to a lifesteal or a hard right click.
Oh,
A ghost
that's
scepter.
oh,
And then,
I don't know if Rage would or BKB
oh
could
yeah,
cancel that
rage.
out.
Yeah.
But
Or an alchemist then.
were you playing Crystal Maiden in the golden days when they accidentally had the bug where her ulti would fire at double the rate?
yes.
Is that when Crystal Maiden could turn carry?
Yeah, basically.
Could carry as Crystal Maiden. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And
I heard-
no, go for it.
I just like there's so many bugs back in Dota 1 with Crystal
Yeah,
Maiden.
no, I remember I was one of the guys who did play Dota 1, though I wasn't aware how to download it off on the internet. So whenever I would try and join a Dota 1 game, I would obviously get insta-kicked because no one wants to wait for a loader.
Yes.
The whole Dota 1 ethos and attitude
That was
so shitty.
I think I started playing Dota 6.40-ish, somewhere
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, the thing is I encountered Dota. I played it a few times. I was one of the guys who enjoyed Hero Line Wars much more in Warcraft 3, and things like Castle Fight. So I kind of ignored Dota, and it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I kind of like took much more notice. Yeah, to be honest.
Well, I can't like I'm a player that wanted racing, so before I played Dota, I was still playing Gran Turismo, and that's it.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Good
Fair enough.
game. Good game.
Well,
So-
thank
Good
you.
game.
What do you think went wrong for the opposing team in these
I
two
think-
games?
I think so. On the picking phase, we kind of knew that they're gonna pick Dro.
Yeah. So
Just
that was pretty
because-
predictable then.
Yes. And then the next thing, I think they lack the AOE for the supports.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
fair.
Yeah, it was very singular.
in both games they picked weaker supports that required farm, and just that made the difference for us because our supports were basically dependent on levels regardless of farm.
Yeah. Just
So-
just so you know, I believe your team will be playing oh gosh, what is it? MAG soon? How do you feel about that? Have you managed to watch any of the VODs?
I'm watching actually right now. But, yes. I have no idea.
all right, quick tip. They hate Advo hates Trail Protector.
They do.
Yeah. He
I
usually
think we have to. I think we have to craft a lineup.
Oh no, I almost they've all been watching your games today, and
Oh.
I can basically guarantee that they're probably listening to this interview now. As
Oh no! I should have been told my heroes.
Leave Triant alone and you'll be fine because they'll just ban him.
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, like, so how much of the VODs have you seen? Like, what have you noticed?
I think they picked Puck. Is that right? I haven't really seen a lot.
I just
I've
like
been-
to say Advo's just said fuck you to me, so I think we've accomplished our mission.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see. We're gonna have to react when they draft things and try to decipher what they want to play. Yeah.
No, it's cool. I mean, have a quick cursory glance over the VODs. I don't know how much time you have. I mean, I've said this as much as I can. Babe Star's put in a huge shift for this, and he's working out when the game should be. Like, just possibly save him some time here. Do you know if your team's going to be available for the next couple hours?
Yes, we are available.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. Actually,
all right.
that also means no dinner for me. But you know, this is Dota.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we don't get dinner as casters.
Well, thank you for your work, guys.
No,
I really
it's-
No
appreciate
worries.
it.
Thanks for playing.
I
Thanks
think
for
we're
watch.
getting more out of it than everyone else is, so that's entirely fine. Yeah, I do have some more questions if you're
Sure.
if you have time.
Sure.
What would you like? Looking at your team, have you guys been able to play much for the week?
We've actually played a couple of days, maybe 3 days. but it's like only me, Tower, Infernus, and we just were able to play with Big Shoot early today.
Yeah, no,
So
fair enough. Fair enough. And
there's a bit of synergy to our team, just a
would
bit.
are you guys on Skype as you do it, or do you just kind of use in-game chat?
We were using Steam chat, so we
Yeah.
were using the conference call over Steam, so we don't have to press anything while playing.
Yeah, no, we've done some scrims with again some of the players from MAG, and we tend to hop in Skype.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. We're just using Steam.
Yeah, no, fair
I
enough.
didn't know Steam had a voice thing.
You know,
Yes.
Voice call.
it's actually pretty good. I have to admit. I
I
used to
tried
use it
that.
for
I tried.
Borderlands.
Have you tried Razer Comms? Tried Razer Comms.
No, I've
It
tried
was okay.
Raid Call, Mumble, TeamSpeak,
I
Skype.
don't actually know what those softwares are.
Well,
So
it's kind of like people were complaining how on Skype someone only has to know your name, then all of a sudden they can probably find your IP address and stuff
I
like
know because I use my personal Skype too. This is my personal Skype,
that. But
but that's
We're not.
okay.
We're not going to chuck your IP. Don't worry, mate.
do it. Well, actually, I've already done that, but you're
Yeah.
safe. Um,
That's scary.
I've pawned it off to MAG so they can do a DDoS attack to you.
Oh
So
no!
it's cool. Um,
I'll have to restart my router and do some magic.
so getting back to your team, would you say
Yes.
like as you play together, any like particular roles have emerged? Like someone is a dedicated carry or a dedicated support, or is it kind of like, oh, I like playing Veno, I like playing Venge, I'll do that.
Well, first of all, our dedicated support is like kudos to him. It's Tower,
Yeah, no,
and
he's been good. He's been very good.
he's been playing a lot good since we've been practicing. And then our sort of dedicated two and carry support carry role is Infernus, and then everybody's supporting him. So basically, that's the
Yeah,
case.
yeah, no,
It's one
fair enough.
carry plus four supports.
No,
I am
brilliant.
support as well. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's good, and I think especially like talking about the whole kind of learning curve for Dota, people just neglect supports at the start. Like when you're learning how to play Dota, you think, oh, I want to play carry because I saw that Drow the other game and she kicked my ass, and everyone just picks carries. It takes
I
a while
know.
for people to learn to like, hold on, you raised me up here. We've got this.
That's true. But what I think for the learning curve, I would really say go for the supports first
Yeah, no, I agree with
because
that. I agree with that.
even ice frogs like recent changelogs and all the debuffs and stuff. If you see the construction of the heroes, most of the supports are level dependent. So the skills such as last hitting, laning phase, how you dominate your lane, those are advanced skills. And if you want to start with carries, it's hard to learn those, and it will just impede your learning curve.
So are you near to TI3 this year? Like I'm aware you're in America. I'm not asking where you live, but are you nearby?
Yes, I'm near, but I hope. Unfortunately, I'm not going.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm taking my postgraduate studies, so
Yeah, no, fair
can't
enough.
really.
No,
Mhm.
that's cool. It's kind of like I'm just thinking.
Dota comes first.
I know, right?
Screw
Studies
education. Dota.
studies ruin Dota for sure.
But no, yeah, I'm just thinking further things I might want to ask you. Uh, obviously, I can't ask you for insights on your next game, any tactics you may have.
That's a bit cheeky.
Yeah, that'll be too cheeky. But
Uh, we have we have to sneak in the tree there.
yeah,
Whatever
somehow.
happens.
I mean, I've already been disowned by Advo and the rest of his team, so you know I can't do any more damage. But
No.
but
They're so pissed off right now.
really, they'll be fine. Um, oh my god, if you pick tree next game,
That would be funny.
My life is on the line, for this.
Oh
you
no.
live near you live near him.
I live 10 minutes
I'll
away from Advo.
I'll save you one game. We won't pick tree for the first game. Maybe
Okay,
the second time.
thank you so much.
We'll make it look like we just realized we needed a tree.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
oh no, you're gonna get a first tree ban, and it'll be hilarious. But
Oh.
all right, looking back on the last two games, would you say there were any turning points or just kind of continuous snowballing points, which probably was the case, or would you say that there was a point in the game where you just thought, yeah,
Oh, yeah. There's actually a point where we got the first team wipe.
yeah,
We kind of felt confident there because even though we got the first blood at bottom lane and then I got a kill too, we were still playing very conservative. Like we just wanted to react and counter react to their ganks
yeah,
because they're not sending any. So we were trying to get our farms. But then when we got the team wipe, we felt very confident that yes, we got this game. So we
yeah,
just snowballed hard from there on.
yeah. And I mean, what we see is the kind of the common mistakes when people are snowballing.
Huh. They get comfy and they just dive. I guess that's the
Yeah.
worst thing that you could do.
And to be
Uh,
honest, it's like in my experience, when you're snowballing, communication is key. Because if
yes.
you're snowballing and all of a sudden you've got like a carry who's over there, he got 3 kills at the start of the game, he's feeling good about himself. Then all of a sudden he dives tier 2 tower.
Yes. If you can hear our communications, we are shouting over the Steam conference, like go down, or stun, 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 and like something like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
we're
no,
pretty communicating hard.
yeah, no. Honestly, it's been fantastic talking to you. Oh, I'm going to butcher your name, QRST.
Yes.